Hey guys, it's Tommy CM. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a Planet Coaster spotlight of my very first park. That's right, I'm going to take a look back all the way to early 2021, early to mid 2021, and I'm going to take a look at the first park I built that wasn't like a play around. This was like my first go at a full-on park in Planet Coaster. So yeah, welcome to Lakeside Adventure. Now my kind of thinking for this park when I built it, the World's Fair pack had just been released on console as a DLC, so I wanted a bit of like an Epcot style park where it was a kind of a walk through different countries, and that was the sort of theme I was going for. I'm going to be very intrigued looking back on this to see what I think of it now. But yeah, I thought this would be quite a fun spotlight to do. So yeah, let's take a look what I was doing about a year and a half ago, shall we? Okay, so first of all, we have the entrance plaza. Now, I know when I know my thought process when I was building this. I wanted like a nice, neat, symmetrical plaza, which I got, that's what I built. But why did I build it so close to the to the tunnel there? It's so cramped. It's so like lacking for space. It really didn't need to be this short and close to the tunnel. But there we go. One other thing I knew I wanted to build was I wanted a train station going across the top of the entrance, like you can see up there. And the reason for that, I was kind of going for the Disney style, Magic Kingdom style, entrance to the park where the train goes across the front. So yeah, I do like how that kind of turned out. I think it's maybe a little bit high up because if you're down at guest level, you can't really see it. You can if you go back a little bit, I guess. But yeah, that was my little entrance plaza. No signage or anything. These are all the fencing is is kind of automated on there. There's gaps here, so there's a few little bits of detail that I wouldn't let myself get away with now. But there we go. Now as we come through, this is the entrance to the train. So we got Lakeside Express. No idea why there's a little carriage in there and some pots and the witch's cauldron, but why not? I was just looking for scenery to fill the gap, I think. I've left the blue thing on here, which I always call people out for, so I'm going to call myself out for it. That should change. But yeah, this is the nice view up here. Very unsafe because, people could just fall out of there, couldn't they? But yeah, that was the train station. There's the exit. More cauldrons and wagons. I really don't know what I was thinking with that. So yeah, that's the train station. Now, as we come through, the first main attraction that you're welcome with was a merry-go-round. Obviously, it had to be done in the very first part. I wanted to kind of fill it with all colourful bushes, which, to be fair, I quite like how the carousel's themed. I do like that the path kind of loops around. I maybe overdid it with the planting. These hedges look a bit shoddy. But yeah, I think maybe with a bit of variety in the planting, it would have looked a little bit nicer. But no, I'm quite pleased with the carousel. As I say, the fencing is. I didn't bother with custom fencing on this part much, if at all, I don't think. Over here we've got a little toilet block, which I just wanted to tuck away. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'd maybe put a wall in front of these now, but I don't see too much wrong with that. Over here we have Lakeside Bar. Now what I wanted here was a bit of a food court, which you can kind of see. And then some seating area to look over the wonderful lake here. Look at that. Look at the view. There's some teasers of the countries. If you've not seen this park yet, or you weren't around when I was building this series, you'll see the countries that are to come, and you can probably guess what some of them are by what you can see. But yeah, the other thing about this building was there was a separate staircase that went up to an upper level. Look at that. Even more shops, and it's very popular up here as well. So again, I don't know how or why I went about building it like this. I mean, there's gaps, the floor's not level. It just, yeah, I don't know why there's like an extra bit of roof going along over. It's just, yeah, a few things that I would question now, but you know, the idea of it I think I quite like, and it doesn't look too bad, I don't think, when I zoom out. But I think it could be a lot neater inside, especially. So we'll head down here into the first country, the first of 4 different countries. This is the USA. Now, obviously, as I say, this park was built after the World's Fair Pack was released, so there's a lot of USA flags in there, and therefore I needed to make a big USA area. Now, what my thinking was here, obviously, there's a lot of areas of the US that you can sort of try and theme, because the US has got lots of different climates and different kind of styles. What I was going for here is like Rocky Mountains, and the sort of like, Rocky Mountains, Mount Rushmore kind of vibe. I apologise to any Americans watching, because this is probably an insult to Mount Rushmore. However, that was why I called this coaster Rush. There we go. It did actually have a bit of thought behind it. There's my first big open plaza. I don't know why I built this here and then did the little squashed entrance plaza, but there we go. Nice big open plaza here. So I think we'll, while we're here, we're going to take a ride on Rush and see what see what the first coaster in the park looked like. As you can see, USA flags draped everywhere. Go inside, more USA flags. More USA flags, because there wasn't enough USA flags. Did I mention there's some more USA flags? Oh, and look, even the train is red, white and blue. There we go. So this is Rush. Yeah, we'll hop on and see what I make of my first coaster in this park. Whenever we get told we can go. Here we go. Enjoy. There we go. That is Rush. Now, I don't know whether you can tell. It's probably obvious, but I didn't really used to use the smooth tool very much. It's very jolty. If I remember rightly, yes. There's if you watch this, keep watching that cannon. Yeah, confetti coming out. Why not? Most anticlimactic ending to a coaster ever. So yeah, I didn't really use the smooth tool. I think as a general layout, it wasn't too bad of a coaster, but there was certainly elements that I would not do now. I mean, it went so fast up this little hill here for a sharp drop again that just wouldn't be comfortable at all. There's a few sharp kind of barrel rolls on there, but I mean, on the whole, I didn't think it was too bad. It has a nice little brake run. It doesn't like slam into the end or anything. If I was building this again now, if I was going for realism, I'd probably put a transfer track in. I wouldn't do the confetti. No, I think it was okay. I think it was okay. I mean, you know, you can sort of see the vibe that it kind of fits. But yeah, let me know what you think of that one. Down here, obviously, as I say, I didn't really get into custom fencing, so you can see I've had to like fill areas of random fencing with plants there. So that's this plaza. Now you come down here and you get towards the edge of the lake again. Lovely little view over there, over the water. Walk up here. We've got some shops in here, and then some more over this way. There's a cash machine there, if I remember. Yep, it's very popular, and some more food and drink places in here. But yeah, I wanted some buildings to put some outlets in. Probably not the best style building, although I do think this white one looks very American. I think that's the sort of building I could see in America for sure. But yeah, that's most of the USA. You go down here, and we have two different rides. We have under here we have the balloon ride, which is obviously just red, white, and blue, going around in a circle like that. And then on the opposite side, we have a big hammer swing, which, as it gets going, swings right over the lake, and you get a really nice view. A lot of the rides and a lot of the attractions were kind of centered around getting a good view of the lake, basically. So yeah, that's the USA. And then, why not? Decided to plant a steamer there because I could. Because why not? Obviously, you may have noticed the train track running round. One of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to have a train or a mode of transport circling around the park, and I thought a train was the best way to do it instead of using like a monorail or something. But then I had to make these bridges, but I didn't make them very straight. As you can see, it kind of or they don't even join the bottom either. But there we go. That's what you get when you're looking at stuff that you did when you were first starting out. So. Yeah, now if you hadn't guessed by the great big pyramid in the background, we're going to Egypt. And, you know, me from 18 months ago decided that this blue and gold wall pattern was going to be the way I was going to theme everything to Egypt. Yeah, no idea what I was thinking either. Got a little queue here for a sundial ride. Again, lovely view over the lake. That seemed to be my obsession at this point. For some reason, there's pirate music playing, and I don't know why. Cairo Court was the imaginative name I came up with for this weird little food court and toilet block here. So that was Cairo Court, and then up here there's another flat ride, the one with a brain inside it. Not sure how it matched Egypt, but there we go. Again, nice big open plaza here. A lot of palm trees to kind of give the Egyptian theme going off. Nice little mountain, a fountain, rhymes with mountain. Nice little fountain, and then we have a train station. So this was the first. Was this the only other stop? It may be. Yeah, I think it was actually. Yeah. So there's only two other stops. This is halfway around the park. So yeah, this is the second train stop. If you wanted to go back to the entrance, now. Down here we had Temple Run. This is my thinking of building a roller coaster within a pyramid. So I built the pyramid shell like this, and then built inside. Now I'm going to do this at night because I think it looks better at night, and then I will show you what it looks like in daytime because it looks terrible. So yeah, we'll go through here. Animatronics galore. Thought animatronics were the best thing since sliced bread. It's a spinning coaster, so yeah, we'll hop on here onto Spiral 2 because I've not named it, and we get all the way in, and yeah, we shall. I'll tell you what, let's chase so we can actually watch it go around rather than not being able to see properly. So yeah, enjoy Temple Run. there we go. That was my indoor coaster within a pyramid temple run. So yeah, I wasn't, and I'm still not the best at theming. I just look at the mess inside here. This is why I looked at it at night time, because I think at night time it still looks relatively okay. But I just went a bit crazy with the beetles on the ground there and the flames. So much so that there's a flame horizontal there. Look at that. And the scorpions just in the air. So yeah, I went a little bit crazy on that. The lighting I think looks okay. I mean, look, that doesn't look too bad. But it does need a bit more theming to it, definitely. And then obviously I had the train track going through here as well. I wanted the train to interact with everything in the park. So yeah, we head round this way, and we get down here. Now this, obviously, we're in Egypt, and one of the most famous things in Egypt is the River Nile. So, welcome to the Nile River Run, which is a rapids ride. Now, I'm not... Should I go on this? I don't think it's that good. I'll kind of just show you an overview of it. So, yeah, there's this weird like drop here. I wanted to try and theme it properly, but I don't think I did. I did okay with the rocks, just not fantastic. So yeah, so the rapids are going down here, and you end up going through a waterfall at the bottom, some crashed boats and stuff for a bit of theming. See, I got okay at this point. This wasn't too bad. Some animatronics there, and then you kind of float around here to the end and back up. Not a lot happens on this rapids ride, if I'm being totally honest. There's a few water jets there. You can just see like squirting off, but not a lot happens really. So yeah, that's the Nile River Run. As crazy as that looks, I say that with 100% sarcasm. And then we get to the Netherlands. Don't ask me why I chose to build the Netherlands. For some reason, I love the Netherlands. I think the Netherlands is a great country. I think the Dutch are great people, and I love the style of the Netherlands. So I think that's kind of why I went with it. And my thinking was, I would build like the streets of like Amsterdam and the canals, basically. Hence why there's a thin river going down here. Hence why there's lots of flowers. Obviously, tulips of Amsterdam. So yeah, just through here we have the entrance to a hyper jump ride with the music banging out. It really doesn't blend in with the theme, but there we go. So yeah, that was that flat ride. Now looking at this, one thing I didn't realise was on the terrain section, you can go to smooth, and you can actually get rid of all these like bumpy bits like that. Look at that. Imagine if I'd have known that when I was building this, but I didn't. I left it all really sharp and jaggedy like that. See, if only. The things you learn as you play this game. So yeah, I mean, take this as your first park is never going to be your best park, but it will teach you a lot, and that's what this one did for me. So we go around here, and the other thing that you associate with the Netherlands, after all these buildings, after everything, after the canals and stuff, you associate with windmills. And why not put a coaster in a windmill? Because yeah, so I genuinely don't know what I was thinking. So we go up here into here, and we go on a wing coaster. Now this is the one and only wing coaster I've ever built, and it is so difficult to get right. I might actually, let's pause it there. I might actually start just there because that's almost at the drop. But yeah, wing coasters are not very easy. So let's enjoy what my first attempt at a wing coaster turned out looking like, shall we? You know what? That's not as bad as I remember it. I thought that was going to be a lot worse. I obviously at the start here I wanted the whole sort of slowly turn over big drop thing, and then I went into this into like a second twist and another drop, and that just completely threw the pace of the coaster into the realms of crazy. So then I had difficulty slowing it down, hence why there's like a brake run in the middle of it, which really slows it down. I had a lot of fun with the terrain tool, as you can see around here. But yeah, you know what, overall I don't think that's too bad. There's a bit where the coaster clips a tree as it comes out of the tunnel somewhere. Can't remember where that bit is. But overall I don't think that's as bad as I thought it used to be. You can just see the speed of the coaster there, and it just, wing coasters don't need that much speed. They they need to be nicely controlled and nicely kind of paced. Here's where the tree hits, just there. So yeah, but on the whole I don't think that's too bad. And I mean, let me know what you think of my windmill. I just decided at the time that I would play up to all of the stereotypes for these countries, so I do apologise to any Dutch people watching that may be offended by that windmill. And I genuinely mean any of that. I genuinely mean I do apologise for that. And then don't ask me why this was in the Netherlands area. I decided I wanted to make a wild mouse ride or magic mouse ride, but obviously I'm in the Netherlands, so it was Magische Moose. So yeah, let's hop on and see what a wild mouse ride looks like. Now for this, I did try and copy the standard layout for a wild mouse. Are we gonna get sent round because no one's getting on it? Or also, can you see these little sparks that are flying? No idea why I put them in, but I just did. So yeah, so this is the wild mouse. So yeah, enjoy. Lovely stuff, nice and simple. And yeah, I mean, obviously I was copying a traditional layout there for that coaster, but I think that came off all right. I mean, this bit of track needs some support of some sort up here, as you can see. But yeah, I just decided that was going to belong in the Netherlands, and you can see here, this is where I started using custom fencing. I decided, yeah, you know what, this ride needs a fence around the outside. More jagged land here that I could have smoothed out, but there we go. And then that brings us to our final section, which is China. Obviously using a lot of the Asian theming from the World's Fair pack. All these lights, etc. Just going across here. Now, the main attraction here was Dragon's Escape. See all this Q4 all the way down here. Really big queue. Straight in, and it is a junior coaster, well, junior dragon coaster. So yeah, we'll hop on there. I'm going to go front bumper just because I don't like to sit behind the dragon's head. So yeah, enjoy. This is the final coaster of the park, and yeah, let me know what you think. There we go. A little bit jolty, a little bit quick for a junior coaster. I mean, it's very high for a junior coaster. If I was critiquing this now and this was somebody else's coaster, I would say, why are you taking the junior coaster that high? I think that the layout works, but it's the wrong type of coaster. I think if you're going to do a layout like this, it needs to be a bigger coaster, not a family ride like that. Yeah, it's a little bit quick, a little bit jolty. But as you can see, it kind of wraps around some of the buildings, wraps around the train track. There's some trees in there, etc. It goes through some terrain. So yeah, it did the trick. And if you can't tell, there's not a massive amount of buildings in this area. And that's because, if you can see at the bottom, it's 66%. So I was reaching the 100% limit on a PS4, and I wanted to get this park done. So I had to kind of limit the buildings. I mean, this building's a blueprint anyway. I think most of them are, to be fair. That'll be why it's taking up some more. But yeah, that was Dragon's Escape. Over here we've got this was a custom built food area again, and then over here we have a pagoda, which is the final ride, and that kind of gives you another great view of the lake. And then again, after that, you just go back to the main entrance and get back on the Lakeside Express. But yeah, that was my very first attempt at a park. You can go back and watch this series if you do so wish. I mean, it's entirely up to you to see how it all came together. That's it at night time, which I think, you know what, I like the lighting. I think the lighting works. The lighting, I did spend a bit of time on that. So yeah, that's the lighting for it. But yeah, as I say, you can go back and take a look at this series if you'd like to. If you have enjoyed the video, then please do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you are new. Like I say, it's just a bit of a different video. I thought it'd be fun to go and see what I've built before and compare it to what I think about parks now. So yeah, hope you have enjoyed that, and I shall see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.